Dear Priyanka, I write this letter with a heart full of gratitude, awe, and amazement for you. That one courageous decision you made of leaving the law and starting in the world of business full time has changed the course of our life in a way that only a character in a fairy tale story can understand. I often think back to my 26-year-old self and try to understand her audacity to believe she had what it took to step off the conveyor belt of her life and carve her own path. Was it a moment of madness or wisdom? After all, what did I know about business really? To know this was where I was going to find myself and my reason for being. As you're preparing to turn 27, the precise moment when you will leave your job as a solicitor and set out to be in business, I wanted to share with you some things. Take what sticks, let go of what doesn't. It will come back to you when the time's right. Trust me, I've seen the future. First things first, can we get one thing clear? Failure is good. As much as people will have you believe that it is something to be avoided at all costs, it is in fact something you will want to earn to be able to show you can afford the strength of mind to succeed. See, a funny thing happens when you fail and pick yourself up to start again. You are starting again with an insight you didn't have before, something that anyone else starting at the same time as you will not have. See, that failure is just intel, market research, or an earned secret that only you know. It is there as something which is a part of the journey and isn't an end destination. As I write this, I think about those parents who clap and cheer when a toddler falls. We've all seen them. Rather than gasping in terror and running to the rescue of the child, they cheer them to encourage them to get up. They make it okay for the child to fall and give it motivation to not hold on to the shock and disappointment, for every moment spent in that frame of mind is a waste of time and energy. That's who I want you to be for yourself. The supportive parent who makes it okay that you tripped up. So when you fail, and you will, pat yourself on the back and find the courage to go back and try again, except this time with the know-how of what tripped you up the last time. Now that we understand failure is good, get this, success is a myth. You know how we were told as kids that there's a pot of gold at the bottom of a rainbow? All you have to do is find it? Well, I can report back that after years of looking for that said pot of gold, it's not true. The thing about a rainbow, much like success, it is something that is only really visible from a distance. Think about it. When you see a famous celebrity or a billion-dollar businessman, you are usually sitting in your home, looking at them and saying, that's success. But when have you ever looked at yourself and what you're doing and said, yeah, that's a success? What you are actually in the pursuit of is a feeling of success. And that, Priyanka, you can get right here, right now. If I task you with the challenge of listing 10 things you are and do today, which you are grateful for, are you telling me you won't be feeling successful? You will. Much like happiness, success is not a destination, it's a state of being, which you can choose for yourself the moment you are ready to see and feel it. Right, so failure is good and success is a state of being. The next thing I have for you is that change isn't something to fear. It's an opportunity. Run towards it. You're young right now. You're going to take so much comfort from writing out 5-year, 10-year, and even a 20-year plan. They are going to make you feel safe and to feel like you've got things under control. The thing about plans like these are that they're made as a product of who you are and what you know at this moment of time when you're writing them. You will develop in your skills and abilities as a person as you navigate through life. And so a plan that you felt right in this moment of time will probably not fit so well in a short while. So rather than trying to become better at predicting the future, how about you focus on building the muscle of recognizing the winds of change that are blowing today, which you can use as wind beneath your sails to propel you to the new and distant lands. Trust me, the payoff will be better than if you stuck to the roadmap you designed in solitary thought in your bedroom that one night. The problem with the whole change is opportunity theory is that unfortunately the world around you, and at times even your upbringing, will make you fear change. Currently, right now in present day, we are living through the time of COVID-19. And if I was to tell you about how our life changed overnight, I know you would struggle to believe it. Do you know what the hardest thing about all of this has been? It's been trying to tune out the fear-driven outrage about anything and everything around you. Everyone is just so angry because they're scared. And because they're scared, it has become difficult for them to live and express themselves from a place of creativity. I had to shake myself out of it too. Fear is an expensive burden to carry because the toll it takes on your peace of mind, health, and your future is too high. Saying no to fear has given me a chance to learn and innovate and even say yes to doing things that I would never have been able to dream of in my wildest dreams. I mean, who thought I'd be sitting here in front of a camera making videos? I shudder to think what would have happened to me if I stayed in that same state of mind from the first time the country went into lockdown. In case you're wondering how to say no to fear, 2 things. 1, focus your energy on creative, action-based activities to break the fear spiral. Fear in and of itself is a reactive state. It's the fundamental belief that things are happening to you. When you change the dynamic and make your inner motion more proactive, it becomes very difficult to hold on to fear-based thinking. So things like an art project or designing, or even the proactive motion of exercising or dancing or a walk, will change your flow of energy to flow outwards, making it difficult for scary thoughts to flow inwards. 2, stop watching the news. The news is just a curation of scarier and scarier stories from around the world, with each headline trying to beat the ones from the day before. Trust me when I say this. As much as there are sad and tragic things happening around the world, there are as many, if not more, happier and positive stories out there. Preserve your energy to make your happy story. There will be days when you will make a mistake or have an experience that will scare you or shake you from the inside. At those times, your coping mechanism will be to put your head down and to fix it by working harder. The most valuable thing you can do, though, at times like this, is to be kind to yourself. You may have the urge to bully yourself into feeling bad about the mistake or the situation you're in because that's what you think you should do. The truth is, in that moment, your inner child is scared. And the best thing to help you move out of that headspace and to recover is to gently parent yourself out of it. Affirming that you're safe and all is well and that the mistake is not defining you will soothe you enough to give you the brain space to get yourself out of this pickle. And that's the crux of it. However you go about it, you're the one who will have to do the work to get yourself out of this situation. You can either scare the jeepers out of yourself and do things kicking and screaming, or you can find a gentler, more harmonious way to do it. Eventually, we choose the latter. There will be times that you're going to be tempted to imitate the paths and careers of others around you, especially the famous ones. You'll spend so long looking for people to look up to until you realize that actually, when they were at the same point as you are today, they knew little more than you do. They are the product of the world around them, and the work they did that made them a success is how they chose to meet that moment. You need to seek inspiration from the world around you and program yourself to meet the moment that you are in. I know, right now, all you want to do is to jump into it and prove your worth to the people around you and deep down, even to yourself. You will do all of that and more. I will be forever indebted to you and the decisions you make. They have made me who I am today. Saying that, there were a few things that you didn't quite manage, which I kind of wish you had. Touch typing, coding, and understanding crypto. But hey, maybe my future self will thank me for finally managing it this time round. Take care of yourself, Priyanka. Hi, I'm Priyanka, and you made it to the end of this YouTube video, and I love you for that. Why not show me a bit more love and subscribe to this channel?